You have heard the number, one of the fastest growing big economies in the world, but you haven't heard what that number leaves out. India's economy really is one of the fastest growing in the world right now. That's real, it's true, not just talk. But in the same month, everyone was celebrating that number. A bomb killed 2 children in their beds. A scam in one state took rice meant for poor people. And people shouted, send them back at the Prime Minister in another country. If you are proud of how this country is growing, you should be allowed to be. But you also deserve to know what the growth number doesn't tell you. Because the world is watching both sides. Even when we only talk about one. Most people think GDP shows if a country is doing well. It doesn't. GDP only counts how much money a country makes, that's it. It says nothing about whether a 5-year-old is safe in his own house. Nothing about whether someone gets punished for a scam. Nothing about whether an Indian truck driver in another country can use his radio without a death threat. Everything in this video backed by real proof. Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, government numbers, Reuters, Al Jazeera, ABC News, court orders and records from India's investigation agency, New Zealand's own Race Relations Commissioner, where something is only a claim, not yet proven in court. I'll say so on screen. 3 things today. What's happening inside the country while the growth number goes up? What's happening to Indians outside the country while the same number goes up? And why this number has never made to show either one. I recorded this at 4:30 a.m. in Delhi, in a country I'm proud of and worried about at the same time. Both of those can be true. That's the whole reason this channel exists. Manipur has conflict between two communities since May 2023. Meitei and Kokizo community. Government number says 217 people have died as of mid-2026. Independent groups like RHW Amnesty says the real number is over 250. Counting the older unresolved cases too. Nearby 59,000 people still cannot go home. Many are still in relief camps 3 years later. April 7th, 2026. A bomb hit a house in Tirongnobi village, Bishnupur district at 1 a.m. It killed a 5-year-old boy and a 6-month-old girl. Their mother was badly hurt. The house belonged to a family connected to the security forces. Each community blames the other. This case is now with India's National Investigation Agency. This is not just a number far away. This is one real address, one real hour, and 2 children whose names are now in a national investigation file. Around the same time, officials in Madhya Pradesh found a scam. Around 1160 crore worth of special rice meant to stop weakness and poor health in children, pregnant women and teenage girls. Instead, it was sent to make fuel, then sold back to the government at a higher price than it should cost. 4 people arrested so far. Separately in West Bengal, the Sandesh Khali case. It was started in 2024, still going through the courts. Claims of land grabbing and sexual assault against the local leaders linked to TMC party, including a powerful local leader. India's own National Human Rights Commission wrote down what the survivor said. Several arrests follows, including the main accused after 55 days of hiding from police. These are serious claims still being taken to court, not yet decided by a judge, and written down by India's own human rights group, not by foreign media. Since June 28th, engineer and activist Sonam Wangchuk has been sitting on a hunger strike with no end date set yet at Jantar Mantar in Delhi. Not over Ladakh this time. That's what he has gone on hunger strike for before. Statehood for Ladakh and a special legal protection called the 6th Schedule. This time he is supporting the Cockroach Janta Party, a movement led by young people. Their demand, they want India's education minister to quit because of the NEET medical exam paper leak. A leak so serious, the government cancelled the exam and held it again. Over 2.2 million students had to take it again. 19 days into the strike as I record this, Wangchuk has lost more than 8 kgs. He is losing muscle too. The Delhi High Court has stepped in. It told the government to check on him every day. Quote, the life of any citizen is precious. The government's answer, they said his health is being watched. Doctors visit when he allows it. No resignation, no agreement to talk, not yet. He said He won't stop until the government agrees to talk with him. A man is going without food over an exam system in the same country that just got celebrated for $5 trillion. None of this shows up in GDP chart. A growing economy, a bombed house with a baby in it, and a man losing his muscle because no one will answer him. All true. Same country, same month. That's not two opposite facts fighting each other. That was something the number was never made to notice. In expert terms, GDP counts everything the country produces, not how well it's run, not safety. In plain terms, you can be rich and still have your house on fire down the street. The money doesn't put out the fire. Indians living in abroad are the largest and fastest growing groups in the world right now, especially in Australia, Canada, the USA, New Zealand. Truck drivers of Indian background in Australia, they told their story on ABC News. People calling them names because of their race, spit on them and making fun of their turbans. Recording from truck radios with threats like "a good Indian is a dead Indian." Australia's Human Rights Commission says yes, we have received complaints from workers in the trucking industries. Just this month, Prime Minister Modi's first trip to New Zealand, the first visit by an Indian leader in 40 years. A man who called him apostle, Brain Tamaki. He called to purge New Zealand of Hindus, Sikhs and Muslims. He compared it to burning temples and mosques, calling it tit for tat. New Zealand's own Race Relation Commissioner called it utterly appalling. At Modi's last event at Auckland, protesters shouted, "Send them back," outside the building. The research of Masai University pointed out something else. South Asians are now attacked because of their race than any other group by the country's own number. This happened during a trip built around a new trade deal. The same kind of headline number this whole video is questioning. A truck driver in South Australia, a scam file in Madhya Pradesh. Nothing to do with each other on paper, but it's the same story just told from two different sides. The same $5 trillion number sit on top of both and explains neither one. In money terms, none of this changes the GDP number at all. In plain terms, the number can go up every 3 months, while a Sikh driver in Australia afraid to speak Punjabi in his own radio. Every fast-growing economy in history has faced this same gap, a headline number moving faster than the system meant to protect the people underneath it. India currently has the seat in UN Human Rights Council for 2026 to 2028 term, even while Human Rights Watches and Amnesty International still write the cases mentioning in this video. That alone doesn't mean the country is being fake. Most fast-growing countries have the same problem. It's a sign how rich a country is, how it treats human rights. Two different paths moving at completely different speeds, judged in totally different places. I'm calling this the growth gap, the gap between the number of countries gets praised for and the number nobody is watching. How safe, how seen, how respected its people really are, at home and abroad. While the first number keeps going up, you can't close a gap if you refuse to even name it. In simple terms, this is the money numbers versus the people numbers. In simple terms, one chart tell you how much money moved. It will never going to tell you who get hurt while it moved. Here's what I'm going to do. Tell you this country is only the growth number or only the worst headline from Manipur to Auckland. Both are true at the same time. You are allowed to believe both without picking a side to defend. Here's what I'm going to ask. Smaller and harder. Stop accepting one number as the whole report card. A country that wants credit for $5 trillion has to own up to what the number didn't show. That's not an attack on India. That's the least we should expect from any country, including our own. This channel exists to look at both numbers, the one that gets the headline and the one that gets hidden under it. Subscribe if you want the full picture, not the essay half. Here is the one thing I'm leaving unanswered. Every country celebrated a growth number this year, has its own version of growth gap hiding underneath it. Next week we go find out one that isn't India's.